Hi everyone, Liz here with Garden Happy. Welcome back to my garden. In today's video, which I'm super excited about, I'm going to do an unboxing and product review on my brand new raised metal garden beds. Yay! I've been wanting these for so long, so when this company VEGEGA reached out to me and said, "Hey Liz, do you want to try our raised metal garden beds?" I'm like, yes, please, I would be excited to. So not only did they send me one box, but they sent me two. So that means I get to put them in two different places in my garden. So let me show you where I'm going to put them. So here are the two boxes that they sent me. They're both the same size, except one is 11 inches tall while the other one is 8 inches tall. The one that's 11 inches tall is gonna go right here. Yep, I'm gonna have to take the zucchinis out, but that's okay because we're nearing the end of summer and they're almost done anyway. Time to plant some fall veggies. And the other one is gonna go right along there. So let me unbox them and put them together. VEGEGA raised metal beds come in 4 different colors: Resetta green, moss green, which is my favorite, slate gray, and white. And now I cannot wait to see what color they sent me. It's hard to imagine that there's 2 big planter boxes tucked away in these little boxes, but they're packaged so well, neat and tidy. And just like I hoped, they sent me moss green. Yay, it's gonna look so pretty in my garden. They also included a really cool information booklet with lots of colored pictures and large text, so even I can read it too. Simple and easy to understand, totally my style. Now the reason why I've been wanting to add these metal boxes to my garden so badly is because, well, metal garden beds last much longer than wood. The metal garden beds have a 20-year lifespan without maintenance, whereas wooden boxes have about a 5-year lifespan with frequent maintenance. Also, and this is my favorite part of all, the metal panels are rust-free and can easily be rinsed clean with water. Super simple, and they always look like new, whereas the wooden boxes require a sealer applied regularly. Okay, so I got everything unboxed and everything's laid out and organized, so it's all ready to put together. I must say that I was very impressed with how everything was packaged. And if you notice, there is like a plastic film on these that just needs to be pulled off. This protects the material from getting scratched. I really like that. And each box came with all the hardware needed, plus a little tool to put everything together. And this is like a rubber coating that goes along the edges, so it's nice and smooth. And there's an owner's manual with all different instructions and configurations, how to put it together. This is a really nice booklet. Here's an idea what it's going to look like. This is where the 8-inch tall bed is going to go. And this is where the second bed is going. And notice that I'm going to configure this one just a little bit different. And that's the beauty of this product. It comes with all the panels, but you can configure it so it customizes to your area. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove all the plastic coating off all the panels. I think it's really cool that VEGEGA even did this in the first place. It really keeps the panels nice and clean and scratch free. Plus, it's just fun anyway. I know I'm weird like that, but it's very satisfying. And it's super easy as well. All you do is just grab a little corner and pull. Now I'm going to put them together using the hardware and tool that was provided. And because these parts are very small, you need two hands for sure. You need a hand to hold that screw while you put the washer and the nut on. And you got to keep your finger back there, because if you let go, well, they're small, they just fall all over the place. So I found that using two hands at all times made it so much easier, because these pieces are very tiny. And then once I get all the hardware around, then I'm going to tighten everything up. Now it's time to apply the protective rubber edging, which was also included. The edges are actually really nice and smooth, so it doesn't need this, but I think it'll just make the bed look really nice and just finish it off. You just simply stick it down and push and go all the way around the bed. This is super easy. Goes right on. Just like the nuts and bolts, they gave me a little extra material, so all I'm going to do is cut it off and stick it down. Maybe cut a little bit more off. You can always cut more, but you can't add to it. Boy, this stuff is strong. There. A perfect fit. Upon cutting that off, I noticed that there's metal inside. That will be nice and sturdy and probably hold up really well. VEGEGA also included these support rods that just simply screw onto your bed, and what these do is they stop the beds from bulging out, because once you fill the beds up with soil and then you water, that puts a lot of pressure on the sides. So these little rods will prevent that from happening. They can't go any wider than the rod. Now, of course, this 8-inch tall bed probably won't even need them because it's just so short. But the higher up you go, there's going to be more bulging and more pressure. So that was really cool that they included these rods. Now that I got these beds built, it's time to fill them up and start planting. And as you can see, I already started doing that. Now keep in mind that if I were to fill these beds up with pure store-bought topsoil, that would be so expensive, because I can't even imagine how many bags it would take to fill these beds. So what VEGEGA suggests, and it's a great idea, is you fill the beds up with other material that will decompose, like cardboard. I just ripped up the cardboard box the beds came in and tossed them in there. A lot of people who have the bigger raised beds, they might put logs in theirs just to take up some of the room, so you're not spending your money or using so much topsoil. So I use lots of old sunflower stalks, cardboard, and anything I had in my compost pile is gonna make the base. Then I will use compost or store-bought bags of soil, whatever, because it won't take as much, so it'll be a lot cheaper. I'm going to use compost out of my chicken coop because it's the best and I don't have to spend any money. You know me, I love gardening on a budget. So if I can get away with not spending any money, the better. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill the rest up with compost from my chicken coop. Hi chickies! I'm going to show my viewers all the beautiful compost that we all made together. I've been composting back here for, a good year or two. And I call this gardener's gold. Look at that. So that's what I'll be putting in the top of my beds. Okay, check it out. A few weeks later. Ta-da! I have broccoli that I grew from seed. And if you notice the little forks and spoons, I do that so the cats can't use this as a litter box. And behind that, I have some kale. And these two center ones are cabbage. And in this veggie box, I have more broccoli that I grew from seed with some little patches of oregano in between. Everything in this box I grew from seed. And these little green sprouts, I believe I planted flax seeds. I don't remember. Here's a marigold. It's so funny because my compost that I put in here probably has a lot of seeds in it. So gardening for me is always a surprise. Okay, so I've had these beds now for about 6 weeks, and after working with them and gardening in them, I can honestly say I love them. One of my favorite things about these beds is they are nice and sturdy. They're not going anywhere. They're built so well. Also, my favorite part of all, the colors are absolutely beautiful and they haven't faded one bit. They still look the same as the first day that I opened them up. And they were super easy to put together. I didn't need any help and was able to do it all by myself. That's very rewarding. Well, I hope you found this review fun and maybe even a little helpful in case you're considering getting some raised metal beds for your garden too. Thanks for watching.